Hey everybody, welcome to the Gedunk. Today we're talking Survivor Season 42, Episode 2.
That's right, everybody. Who's getting kicked out this week?
So what'd you think of this episode, Billy?
I thought it was cool, man. We got we got some more some more advantages being found in this. We had a pretty cool where you get immunity event. Yeah, immunity challenge.
Immunity challenge.
Yeah, it's pretty dang good immunity challenge this week. And from talking with you, you said you've seen events like this in the past, but I thought it was pretty damn cool. Watch people get busted up.
Yeah, so. And of course, like if you've seen Survivor before, they've done something like this many times, but this is the first time you've seen.
Yeah, the first time I've seen it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was better than anything they did in season 41. Because season 41, again, like I said last episode, talk about, most dangerous. So this is more dangerous than anything they did in season 41. people could actually get hurt in this. Yeah,
so far I'm liking the competitions more this season than last season.
No, absolutely, man.
Already, so. But it starts off, they're catching hermit crab, like crabs.
Yeah, big hermit crabs, man.
I don't know if they're actual hermit crabs, but they look like hermit crabs.
Yeah, big hermit crabs, man, yeah.
And they're boiling them and creating a stew at them. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff, man. Love me some crab legs, man.
Yeah, you'd have no problem with that? You'd be
no.
give them to me.
Oh, no, yeah, give them. Especially when you're there hungry like that, man. Because, man, they ain't got no rice, right? They didn't even get any rice this time. They're literally living off the land. Whatever they could find, they got to eat, man. If I found them big old, they weren't like little hermit crabs like you would see, like going to Galveston or some other place, walking around. These things are huge, big old hermit crabs. You can get a little meat off them bad boys.
And then, of course, High's on that team, and he's a vegetarian, so he was really like, what am I going to do here?
Yeah, he's like, I love animals, and I don't want to eat an animal, but at the same time, I've got no food here, and I'm weak,
Yeah, he's like, do I need to eat fish? And he's debating all this, and he's having a hard time with it. Because I respect him for doing that. I respect people doing being a vegan and vegetarian and stuff and sticking with that. But, obviously, you're put in a tough spot being on Survivor.
Oh, yeah. Well, and honestly, I think he had to have known that coming into it, right? He had to have known there was a possibility this was going to happen.
I don't know about the rice thing, though. He's probably like, they're going to give me rice.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. But he found out real quick that... Nah.
Could have gave him maybe some chickens and ate some eggs or something. Well, not if he's a vegan, but if he's a vegetarian, he could have.
But now he's vegan.
So maybe he could have slipped into vegetarianism instead of vegan, and that would have been at least better for him. But not so much.
Nah, but he caved.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll be dealing with that later.
Oh yeah,
I hope it doesn't throw him off being a vegan.
Yeah, he says I hate myself later.
Yeah,
he's like, I'll eat it now. I hate myself later. Which. Dude, you got to do what you got to do, man. You're in a situation like that, you got to eat a couple of crabs, man. Then eat a couple of crabs, like you said, hate yourself later because you got to have sustenance in this game. Mm-hmm. You have to have sustenance if you want to have the energy to do these freaking challenges, or even to just be aware enough to have the good social game and just, and participate and help them build the...
Especially if other people are going to have that leg up on you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Especially when, everybody else on your team's all good to go, and then you're, going to be dragging ass. Nah, man, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, we also learned from one of Zach's exit interviews that they don't have a whole lot of food, but the island has natural, coconuts and stuff, so they're eating a lot of coconuts. Yeah. But Drea is highly allergic to coconuts, which they don't really show, and she's very sensitive to that, so the team is trying to, find ways to eat other stuff, and that's even influencing other people because they don't want coconuts all around the camp and everything like that.
Yeah, no, man. And, if I was the rest of the team, I'd be like, hey, Drea, sorry, we're going to help you find other food, but we're still having our coconuts. We got to eat, So
it's some of the interesting challenges as far as food.
Yeah, I'd be sensitive to her problem, but that ain't going to stop me from bringing my coconuts and eating the coconuts. Like I said, I would just help her find other food. Like the hermit crabs.
Yeah, and I'll be like, I'll eat these coconuts away. Maybe I'll be looking for one of these hidden immunity.
Yeah, one of the things is we know there's, what was it, the papayas they were finding last season. So we know there's papayas on this island somewhere too, right? So,
that's true, yeah, they do.
So, there's other food out there. They just got to find it.
We need to stay girl strong.
Yes. Okay. That's a new thought for you?
No, it's not.
Okay.
But, we would have majority.
Yes.
And speaking of Drea, she tries to start an all-girls alliance, and she reveals to
that was great.
two girls that she has an extra vote.
Uh-huh.
And then, you got to be careful who you reveal stuff to on this show because what happens?
Yeah, the girls are like, we got to get rid of her. Yeah, Drea just put herself in a bad situation by doing that. No doubt about it, man. And
it's kind of interesting because, almost every season, some team, tries to do, an all-girls alliance.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You don't even see the guys doing all-guys alliance too much, but the girls, man, so if they start counting numbers, man, they'll start.
Because they said, look, there's three of us, there's two of the guys, we're, they're the odd men out, we're good, But then speaking of girls alliances or no girls, as you could tell, Ashley's not here with us today because she's in the medical field. She's on call, and she's out there doing great work. So you just got me and Josh today. But, yeah, man, no, yeah, I mean, well, and I guess I can't blame Drea for thinking that would have flown well for her. You're like, oh, yeah, let's get the girls together, you know, we'll do the girls' alliance, and, you know, we'll be good to go. So I guess I can't blame her for thinking that, but at the same time.
I mean, it's a smart. Solid strategy, I guess, but unfortunately, you got to be able to trust them.
Yeah, unfortunately, bit her in the butt, so.
Well, I mean, could
bite her in the butt, yeah.
And then Mariah, she shares a story that she lost her brother, who was a male nurse. Like
she said, he was the first medical field person to die of COVID.
Yeah, she did, which I was like, holy cow!
Right. So there's a lot of stories in this season, man. A lot of people with stories, man. You know.
And he looked young. It's not like he was an older guy either.
Dude.
So
yeah, no doubt. Like he was probably in his late 20s or something.
Unfortunate.
You know? Yeah.
That's just a bummer too, especially for him being in that field and everything, trying to help people out with that.
So you know, so then her thing is she brought that trinket that she wants to bury on the island, and you know, kind of as her final goodbye to him, you know.
Now, what do you think about that? Like, let's say you're on this island and you start hearing other people's sad story, and that might influence people's game, especially at the end. They're like, I'm not going to vote for Billy because he's well off and he's got money and this, that, and the other, and this person over here has this kid with this thing going on. So what do you think of that?
Yeah,
do you think that influences people?
Yeah, yeah. I think anything you can throw out there, you know, to make people feel sorry for you is going to be an advantage in this game, you know. And, well, typically it would be, but, you know, we see in this episode it didn't work out, so it didn't quite work out that way. But typically, yeah, I would think anybody with a sob story would have a little more, people have sympathy for them, and would be like, oh, we'll keep them around because, you know, they got problems.
Yeah, so I think you got to find a story, like, especially if everyone else is going that
just make
route.
one up,
you can't just be like, my life's good and I'm all right.
Yeah, but you just make up a story like, I was raised in the gutter, I was a major drug addict.
You might want to be careful about making stuff up because. That's not going to look good after the fact too. But like some people, they lie about their job on the show and stuff. I don't remember anyone lying about something crazy like I lost my wife or I lost my husband and this, that, and the other. But you know, there has been 42 seasons. Maybe I missed that. So
right. Probably, I'm sure somebody did along the line somewhere.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. And then we got old Mike, who's like telling Daniel like that he has. You know, advantage.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He's got this idol, and then he hides it, and he can't even find it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Mike, so this goes back to season 41 now. So Mike finds the first of the 3 idols where you have to say a phrase, and then the other team members have to say a phrase as well before the idols are activated. And until that phrase is out there for everybody, you lost your vote. You know, so Mike's like, oh, Daniel's my boy. We're cool. You know, yeah. I'm going to go share this with Daniel. And then Daniel goes off and shares with other people and says, hey, maybe we should get rid of Mike.
I thought it was hilarious he couldn't find it. Because, like, here's the deal. If he can't find that idol, then like, he can't vote.
Right. He can't vote.
And he doesn't even remember the words to, like, even say his activated to begin with to even get his vote back, I guess.
Yeah, and he's walking around with Daniel trying to find it. And Daniel's like, dude, how'd you lose this? Like, what the heck's going on here, man? He's like, it's here somewhere. We'll find it.
So he eventually finds it, but... Yeah. But Daniel's like now sharing this with other people too, and he's like, I'm trying to convince this guy to never say it so he can never activate it.
Yeah.
So therefore he never has a vote.
Yeah, and then we can just vote him out, and then it's gone. Yeah, exactly. Because I don't think they realize yet that, you know, even once he's gone, that idol will be put back into play, right? So he just thinks it'll be gone, and then it won't be a problem.
Perhaps. Yeah, and so be careful who you tell people. I mean, you got to trust these people. And also because, like, you have an advantage now, so you become a target. So you need to be very careful who you reveal that.
This episode had a lot of that. A lot of people telling people stuff they shouldn't have told them, and eventually it's probably going to come back to bite them.
I like that strategy aspect, though. Like, Daniel's thinking like that. I mean, it's an evil one, but...
No, that dude's smart, man, because when he was talking to Mike, you know, it made me think, okay, yeah, he is Mike's boy. You know, they're cool, yada, yada. And then he went right back around telling other people. I was like, oh, man.
And Mike's a good dude, so I was like, man.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. I was like, man, Daniel, I was kind of digging you there. Now you kind of pissed me off, you know, so.
But you can't really blame him. Like, if he can play Mike like this and Mike's going to let him do it, then, like, okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, it might have benefited him to keep it a secret a little while longer himself, you know, before telling other people. So now he's kind of letting everybody else know, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
So Marianne also reveals that she had a crush on Zach this season. She was first off, they announced who was gone, and Marianne's like, what? And she's like, I had a crush on that dude, man. What's going on?
Yeah, she wants a little Zach attack.
She did. And she also reveals that she has 100% rejection rate that she seems kind of proud of, but...
Right, and then, of course, everybody's like, oh. And then of course, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. The dude that runs the show. Jeff. He's like, you know what that means, Marianne? That just means none of them were the right guy, you know. And she's trying to, and I was like, yeah, okay, well, obviously they weren't because they said no.
I thought that was kind of funny though.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude.
That aspect. So, what do you think of Marianne?
But God bless her. God bless her,
She's
man.
driving
Marianne,
some people crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, she's
from Survivor, and you're watching CBS. Do.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The energy she has is unreal.
this thing, man. She's a little sweetheart, and she means well with everything she does. She's just very rambunctious, man. Just very, and way too active. And of course, most of the people on her team, a lot of them are decently older than her.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
And they're like, man, we can't deal with that. They're like, you tone it down,
when you
kid.
get one of these kids that just can't stop talking and
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
bound
man. to rub some people wrong, and
yeah.
clearly it is.
Yeah, like rub Marianne wrong or Mariah wrong, and some of the others like, man, she, I love her. I mean, even John is like, man, I love her. He's like, but man, she is, she's out there. So.
Yeah, so then they do that immunity challenge, and it was pretty interesting.
It was cool, man. I liked it. Yeah,
I haven't seen one myself that was kind of this extent. Normally they're finding the puzzle pieces, and it's pretty open. This one was more of an obstacle course, which was kind of interesting.
Well, and not only was it an obstacle course, it was an obstacle course with like no kidding, like big heavy wooden posts. Like there was no soft stuff in this. I mean, if you hit something, man, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's not like they wrap the post with rubber or some kind of foam because they know people are gonna run. They're like, hey, you run into it, you run into it.
Yeah. I mean, the first person I think to really run into something was Roxroy, and man, he hit it hard. Just like, oh man, Roxroy, that's gonna hurt tomorrow, man. It's
and
like,
Daniel was watching. He's like, I'm glad I'm not doing
it. Yeah. Well,
this is a mess.
Then you got like Jonathan and the other two people up there because you got these 2 people or 3 people.
He's like doing his Batman voice.
Oh
like,
yeah, dude.
Where's Rachel?
Go left.
Go right.
Straight. Right here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, that's right.
But oh man, it was crazy. So you got these people trying to direct all these blindfolded people where to go to this obstacle course to get their little bag of puzzle pieces, and they each got to collect 3 bags of puzzle pieces. So the smart play, I think that one team which team was it? They did that had like came back with 2 at once. Because they had one group of people going after one group of people going after another. They came back with 2, and I was like, that kind of put them ahead of the game, which I mean, it kind of didn't help. They got screwed up later on, on the second part of it, but. I mean, I thought that was a good strategy, kind of splitting your group up into 2 and finding different bags. But
now, would you rather be blindfolded or the one barking orders?
Yeah, I'd be the one barking orders, man.
Oh, really? See, I would choose to be blindfolded.
Dude,
because...
you see how many people were hitting their heads on those?
Well, I would try and be smarter and have my hand out there a little more or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, you got people bashing their heads into these freaking posts and stuff, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna hurt.
Here's the deal: the guy who is not blindfolded is essentially in charge of the puzzle at the end. And the other people have excuse like, I can't see it. I'm just doing what you're telling me
to do. Yeah.
So, like, if someone screws this up and a team loses, it's very easy to blame the people. Like, well, you're the one barking the orders, and you're the one telling me put this puzzle piece here and there. So that's on you.
And that's the thing was crazy
so
too, right?
I would not want that part.
No, that's true. The end where you got to walk them through the puzzle while they're blind is that is definitely on you. And I wouldn't want the blame for that.
It went surprisingly better, I thought, than I would have expected because people were like really getting to the puzzle. And I was like, wow. Okay.
I thought that was going to take forever. I don't know if they like sped it up through the editing and stuff. I'm sure they probably did because man, I was like, how are they got through it pretty quick.
And what's kind of crazy is like Orange was really like being quick with the obstacle course and they get to the puzzle I think first, but they lose.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah. Well, the thing is in this one, you got 2 teams that get granted immunity, and on top of that,
and Green was just breezing through that puzzle.
And then on top of it, we talk about lack of food. I mean, the first team gets a heck of an awesome set of fishing gear, man. They get like freaking, they get a huge casting net. They get, the flippers, the spears. They get all kinds of crap. The second team just gets like flippers and spears, which is still better than nothing, right? But so if you win
also get to keep your flint, though,
and you get to keep your flint. So winning this event was pretty big, man, especially for getting food. And man, freaking Orange team just blew it. I mean, they were booking it and then just blew it at the end. I was like, man.
Yeah.
Man, because I'm kind of rooting for that. I'm rooting for some.
My Green team may have been the last one to get to the puzzle.
I think so. And then they won.
And they won. So
they were the last one to get to the puzzle. Yeah, so it was nuts, man. I was like, damn. I was like, how you guys? I don't know, man. But no, I would not have been wanting to be those people bashing my heads in the freaking post. So especially the one where you had to go under, man. People were just like wham, just right into it. I'm like, oh god, it's gotta hurt.
I'm surprised like they weren't like doing the whole let me feel around and go slow. But it is a competition. You are trying to hurry at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's brutal.
So, of course, Orange loses. They go back to their camp, and they're trying to figure out who are we voting off this thing? And 2 names keep coming up. It's kind of funny. Like every group has like 2 people that they're like, it's either this person or this person.
Yeah, and then this one is Mariah or Marianne, right? And, and and for each for their own reasons, right? Mariah, I guess they kind of just say that, well, she's cool and everything, but she really doesn't contribute a whole lot, and she's quiet and doesn't really, converse with people too much, so she has no social game, so when you're at her and the Marianne, it's because she's too rambunctious, and maybe because she's so rambunctious, we can't trust her, and don't know what to do with her. So
see, now this team would benefit from having the girl alliance because there's only 2 guys on this team.
Oh yeah.
So I'm surprised, like if they're bringing up 2 girls, you gotta like think if I'm on the bottom, I gotta flip this somehow.
Exactly.
But they're just kind of like, okay, it's me or this person, so I gotta battle it out against them. Like, no, there's 3 of you, but the guys are pretty tight, so they're teamed up. And it seems like they're in total control, even though there's just 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's because they're good at talking to the women and getting them on their side too, I guess. And the thing is, if the guy, if the 2 guys already have their mind made up and they just get 1 chick on their plan, then they're good.
Over.
Yeah, they're good. Game over, exactly.
And they convince like the 2 going against it, like they're using their vote on the other person. So
exactly.
Their votes kind of cancel out.
And that was a smart way to do it. Exactly. I was hoping they were going to do that, and they did. And I was like, yes, they played that perfectly. So that was great. And then but then going in.
However, I mean, one of them didn't count because Mariah, when they get to tribal council, she takes a shot in the dark, so her vote ends up not counting. But at this point, that's a smart move if it's just you and another person because your vote really doesn't count.
And guess
there.
what? I mean, this is back-to-back episodes where we've seen a shot in the dark used now. Zach used it in the last episode, and of course it didn't work out for him.
Last season, they didn't use it too much.
No, and somebody used it at the very end last season.
Yeah.
And then so Zach used it last episode. Mariah used it this episode. And, of course, neither one of them, got it. Both said not safe. But I was like, man, we got 2 people already to use this. This 1 in 6 chance.
And it was smart because, like, her vote, like, she probably, if it's me or her, it's going to be anonymous. So,
yeah, exactly.
It might as well take the shot in the dark.
Unanimous.
So, unanimous. Sorry. Unanimous.
Unanimous. But, so, of course, she didn't get it. And at that point, as soon as she saw that, I'm sure she knew she was done. She's like, all right, I'm toast. And
I mean, these people seem to probably have a good feeling that who's going home before tribal council even happens.
And then the thing is, then when we're talking about, typically a sob story you think it'd be good, didn't work out for her in this one, right? She, you hear her sob story about her brother and everything, but she still gets voted out.
Well, Marianne says she's not ready to be sent to Zach yet. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because Jeff was asking her, hey, Marianne, if you get out of here, you get to go to Zach. She's like, yeah, I'm not quite ready for that yet. I'm going to stay here as long as I can.
And they try to make you think Marianne might be the one because she's doing a lot of talking. And she was looking for an idol. And, and like Mariah was kind of like rolling her eyes for the excuse of what she's doing and stuff. She's like, this girl's looking for an idol. Like, do not people see this? So I'm not looking for idols. So what's up?
Maybe you should have been.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what it boils down to. Maybe you should have been, because
that's what you do when your back's against the wall,
exactly,
right? You gotta look for the idol.
Yeah, I mean, if you already know you're on the ass end of the freaking group, you might as well just go out there and look for the idol. You can spend all day.
And we've seen some people that are like, I'm going to look for this thing and whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll pretend they have it, and then that's a mind game too. That's a play too, because you're like, what if they do have the idol?
Yeah.
And she's like, so you all can vote for me, but they're going to cancel out, and my vote's going to count.
Yeah.
And who's it going to be? You know what I mean?
Which one are you? Yeah, exactly.
So that is a strategic move to say, oh yeah, I was looking for an idol, and guess what?
I found an immunity idol. I'm good. Yeah, no doubt, man.
So I'm feeling pretty good this tribal council. I don't know about you guys.
That's right. Yep. But I don't even need a vote.
But you got to really sell that if you're going to do it.
Yeah. And man, that's a smart idea too. Mariah definitely should have done something.
And that's something you say at tribal council, because you say that probably beforehand. They'll be like, well, show it to me if you got it. And you're like, no.
Yep, exactly. Don't need to show you nothing.
Yeah, you got to think all these things through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if they ask me to show it to them? Do I just keep playing no or what? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes people get super crafty and come up with something. Be like, I'll show it to you, all right? Look at this.
I made this, yeah. Not like in last season, man, where they made that fake idol, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Xander, yeah.
Yep. That was good, man. That was.
Yeah, I love when people do that kind of stuff. So
that was
hopefully
awesome.
we'll get some of that later on this season.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. And like I said, I am appreciating the events in this one, man. I'm appreciating it because, like I said, both of them so far are already way better than anything happened in season 41. You know,
no one said anything about any verse to try and activate the immunity idol or anything like that this episode.
No. So maybe we'll see something like that on the next episode. But as far as we know right now, only one team, and that's Mike's team, has the say a word immunity idol. So yeah, hopefully next
people have
episode
extra
more
votes,
people find it.
yeah.
That's true. A couple people have extra votes. And I don't know. Hopefully, this next episode, man, we'll see.
And then the people have that initial thing that they found between the three of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
which right now is just an extra vote.
Yeah. So Drea might need to do something, but she already told people she got the extra vote. So
yeah, that was stupid of her to do that, man. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you do that to build trust in someone, but
and to kind of protect yourself, saying, well, you guys can vote for me, but I got a double vote here. I can vote twice, and or so maybe if you really want to get somebody else out, I can help you with that. So yeah. Yeah, man.
I don't know, but people are initially looking who's it going to be? I need a reason to just throw something out there so we can all gang up on one person.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why, what's her name was looking for that idol last episode, and she became the center of attention. Yeah, Tori.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I'm digging it so far. Like I said, I'm already digging it more than I dug 41. Because 41 kept saying, "Oh, the most dangerous episode ever," and none of their freaking challenges were dangerous. Whereas this one, man, they are strenuous freaking challenges, man. I mean, you're busting your butt in these. I mean, I was like, man.
So has any cast member changed your opinion?
Yeah, man. I'm still liking Jonathan. I'm liking Mike. Who else, man? I mean, I like Marianne just because of her freaking attitude and stuff, but I don't think she's gonna make it to the end, But I think Jonathan's got a shot. Mike's got a shot. Daniel's playing it smart, man. I think he's got a good shot. If that dude's smart, man. I mean, like I said, I didn't like the way he did Mike that way, but at the same time, like you were saying, it was smart. I mean, maybe it was smart, but yeah. So I'm kind of digging that. It's probably right now those three guys are. I'm like, yeah, those three guys are pretty.
Do you feel like someone needs to go? It'd be obvious. I think if Orange lost again, then it'd probably be Marianne.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think Marianne be gone for Orange. Yeah, the other teams, I don't know, man. Maybe Roxroy might be voted out. At some
that's
point.
true. He was causing issues.
Yeah, he was causing issues. I think they probably want to get rid of him. And then the green team, I don't know who on that team I think wouldn't be kicked out yet. But
is there anyone you would like to see go at this point?
Nah, that's the thing, man. Last episode, man, last season in the beginning, man, I had my ones that are like, dude, this person's got to go. This one right now, not so much.
Yeah.
There's nobody in this season that's just really rubbed me the wrong way yet. Where I'm like, man, I just don't like them. I want to see them off here. I'm just still kind of like, okay, I'm trying to fill these people out still, so.
Well, I think it was Orange team was kind of funny too, because they had Omar, who is a Muslim,
yep.
and then you got Jonathan, that's a Christian, and then one of the females is like a Jew. So
she's like I'm the worst example for a Jew. Yeah, that was funny. So it's cool. Yeah, it was cool. That little conversation was cool too. And how they just kind of all appreciated each other and were respectful of each other's religions and like, hey man, if you guys want to talk about our religions, let's do it. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
But so again, I mean, it's just kind of cool. Just trying to fill all these people out, right? And just kind of figure out, okay, who's really somebody that's going to rub me the wrong way at some point. And right now, I mean, Roxroy maybe that kind of person, But right now
he might chill with that though. So
yeah, he might. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you got anything else you want to add, man? I think we're good.
I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Yeah,
I mean, I know you're not watching spoilers, but it looks like someone might have hid Mike's idol, or his little note to get the idol, and if he can't find that or get that, he's essentially canceled out
he's
this
toast.
season.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be interesting.
That's awesome.
I don't know if it's just a little tease that's not really what's going on, but that seems to be what they tease. And I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Daniel might be
if he hides his thing. Oh, that'd be great, man. Woo.
Yeah, I would like to see that. So we'll see. I mean, I like Mike, but you can't be dumb with where you're putting
No. You should have never put it back in the same spot where Daniel knows where it's at. You should have went back.
But he totally trusts him, I guess. Yeah. So he's leaving the door open, and that would be pretty devious to do.
All right, folks, there you have it. That's season 42, episode 2 down. Again, we're definitely looking forward to the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit like and subscribe, and please, let us know what you think about the show. Let us know who your favorite characters are, and if there's anybody you want to see voted off, we'll talk to you about that too. But hey, until next time, we will see you next week for episode 3. See you later.
See you guys. You did forget Jeff, so people are like, this guy don't know the freaking host's name?
Yeah, whatever.
I can't tell anything this guy says. He's a noob.
Yeah.
Survivor noob right here, people.
Noob.
Don't even know the host's name.
Don't know Jeff's name.
Jeff
Jeff
left last episode. He's like, go ahead and say it, Zach. Say my line.
Yeah, that's right.
Billy be like, I don't know it.
What the hell is your line, Jeff?
That's your job, Jeff.
I'm not a Survivor super fan.
Cool, because he's like, you didn't want to eat the candy or whatever? He's like, no, man, let's get on with the game. I'm ready to play this thing. Just like, hold your horses, man. I'll decide when we're ready to play.
I'm the
This ain't Top Shot, all right,
It's my
Colby,
show.
damn
It's
it.
my show.
Today we're talking Survivor Season 42, Episode 2.
That's right, everybody.
That's right.
What the hell was I going to say?
That's right. We're not sure to just keep going. You gave me some weird look when I was trying to debate on what I say in the beginning, too. Season 42.
Yeah.
42. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
We didn't have a lot of enthusiasm behind it either.